Welcome, folks. It's Rob Ellen in the Moose, the Medicine Show, Radio Moose Mobile. I've got an update on the crowdfund, and it's part two of our Alberta day here on iMtv. Part one would have gone out too early for anybody that might be viewing from Alberta itself, so this is more aimed at the lunchtime crowd here on iMtv. I will repeat this entirely at I think probably for around about 8 p.m. your time if you're in Alberta. Saddest of news this week, and we will dedicate this entire show to Joe Harley, who was 40 years lifetime partner of songstress Carolyn Harley of Late Bloomers fame, who we've become very friendly with, the pair of them, mostly through COVID, it has to be said, but definitely through music. So I'm going to play one of the archive sessions that Caroline beamed into us when we were in Ireland a couple of years ago. So deepest condolences, Caroline. I can imagine how it's all going just now. It's horrible. There is a celebration of Joe's life going to be happening, and that is at the McInnes and Holloway Funeral Homes. I'm reading this off the screen. Fish Creek, Barrister Road in Calgary, and I believe that, I know now because I found it, that is the 26th at 2 p.m. of May. I got to meet Joe, and very pleased that I did. I had been following his photography for years, a really class wildlife photographer, and knew his birds and his animals. That Joe, it was great for me because everything's different here in Scotland. We share some of the bird names, but they don't look the same here. So I used to be able to ask Joe about all of that, and I'll miss that. He was part of Carolyn's band as well as being obviously part of her life all that time. 40 years, they shared children and everything. So I'm going to play something from Carolyn a bit later on. But we'll dedicate this entire show to the memory of Joe Harley. So, okay, so we featured pretty much this video earlier. I'm going to play it again a bit later on. I'll probably play out with it later on. That's the Piano in the Field video that that has been receiving all those awards across film festivals since I was there. We got there to help with the promo for the album and the launch at the Ironwood in September. So it's really pleasing to see that doing so well for Ruth Purves Smith, Moose Mama. She is the custodian of the Canadian Moose, and this crowdfund is so necessary also for the Canadian Moose, because that old girl needs a new transmission. So we're going to do what we can to upgrade and get the Canadian Moose on the road as well with this crowdfund. The truth is, I'm staggered. I'm absolutely staggered and so grateful. In a day and a half, we have chested through the Well, it's halfway. It is only halfway to the initial target of £3,000. With that, we'll be able to do up both vans and keep the whole thing on the road if we get that far anyway. So it's encouraging. That's only a day and a half. So thank you everyone who has contributed. You know, there's people that have contributed that I don't even know. I mean, my friends are really showing up for this as well. The artist friends have too, and particularly in Alberta, I'm going to play some. That's Ruth's. That's the one. I'm going to play some Leanne as well. Leanne Lightfoot has just been here in Scotland, and I've been following her travels while she was hiking up the West Highland Way, and had a lovely time, and some great photos came with that. So we didn't have time to catch up with her and do a session, but we might do that, or we'll try and do that here on iMtv through Restream. We'll do a window-to-window session at some point. She's agreed to do that and help out with all of this. So thank you, Leanne. So what I'll do, let's get on with the music. Always a good idea. Let's play the video that beautiful vehicle. Some people might think it's a wreck. Some people think this is a wreck. This one, I find it hard to disagree on that one, although I love both these vehicles immensely. It features on this movie. It's kind of like the Millennium Falcon on wheels, and this movie will show you why.
Instead we got Darth Vader. He's not my father, he's such a jerk, but the truth all comes out later. When the empire's looming and cons afoot, the hero always saves us. Luke Skywalker had a bad car crash, didn't matter that he was famous. Now we're waiting for the captain, and it ain't gonna happen. But if you can set a course and try to take a side, see where the force in you resides. See where the force in you resides. Everybody wants to be a Jedi Knight, those guys that never get hurt. Nobody ever wants to be that guy out in the front in the red shirt. Princess Leia made her get away with the help of R2-D2. Kirk, he's stuck down in sick bay, can't fly the ship with the flu. Now we're waiting for the captain, and it ain't gonna happen. But if you can set a course and try to take a side, see where the force in you resides. See where the force in you resides. and try to take a side to see where the force in you resides. You see where the force in you resides. You see where the force in you resides. Yeah, you see where the force in you resides.
Don't know why I can't get rid of that. Let's see if that'll help. Well, there's me. And looks like I've got rid of it. So yes, the sound of that engine. There's nothing makes me more homesick actually than that. That old girl, the van that is, carried me. Well, I don't know, Ruth has as well. But the van carried us both across 25 states of the Union, folks, and 3 Canadian provinces, along with Backstage Canadian Joe. What a trip that was. It took about 3 or 4, it took three visits and 2 years to undertake, and some of the stuff that went down. I'm going to play something, actually. One of the highlights from that whole trip was in a place called Guthrie in Oklahoma. It used to be the city town, the state town before Oklahoma City has snatched it from them. It was the home of the Double Stop fiddle shop, and Byron Berlin, the late great Byron Berlin, who was with Bill Monroe, played with the Stones, had his own bluegrass band, had his own theatre upstairs at his shop where they did bluegrass concerts every week. We fell into his company. Let me see if I can get that video for you, and then we'll get back into Alberta after we skip down to Oklahoma just for a minute. Let me just click that button, and if I click that button, it goes dead there for a little while. I should be able to go to there and see where it is. You know what? I'm deeply upset to say. Let's go back. Well, that didn't happen. That's what I get for stepping off the going off piste, let's say. It wasn't lined up, and for some odd reason it hadn't downloaded by the time we got to it. Anyway, it would have been nice. Another time I'll play that. Let's see what else we got. Let's play Leanne. This is her brand new single and the lyric video that just came out the other day. And thanks for the support, Leanne. And good to know that you're home safe as well.
Dreams, flashing eyes and a counterfeit smile. For a while, hiding the mean. Time waits for no one, not even the strong. Time waits for no one. Let's hurry along. 'Cause it's round and round and round it goes. Jump if you dare away.
We got some visions from the road from the Merican Moose mobile, and Leanne, thank you very much for your support, and as well thanks to all the Moose mobile contributors that have put so much into restoring the moose. Already I think we're up to £1,600, yeah, £1,600, which is over halfway to the £3,000 that will restore both mooses at a guesstimate anyway. But it gives it actually is I'm kind of fighting down why doesn't it just do it when I tell it to? Because I know why. I'll get this, you know. I think by the time we've finished this crowdfunding appeal, I might even, you never know, but I might even be good at the controls of this this app that we broadcast to. We're broadcasting this evening to 15 different internet outlets, all Roots Music engaged. I'll play the theme music at the end, which displays some of the places that we are broadcasting to. iMTV's home site, though, is, and it's just coming up, youtube.com/Rob Ellen with an E and 2 L's. Rob Ellen on YouTube. Please do subscribe and click on any of the events that are already up there. One of them isn't happening, and I've just announced that on the event page that is on that website, as well as on Facebook. Clover Hill, they've decided, well, they've been forcing to postponing it because the weather, this beautiful weather, is going to break in humongous style exactly on Saturday by the look of it. So the decisions have been taken to protect the volunteers and the bands from the deluge that is expected on Saturday. It's going to be postponed till later on in the summer. So condolences to Kevin and his hard-working team that put this thing together. They're pretty scunnered about the whole thing. They put a lot of work into setting up the festival site. But I think it's the wise move. It's way better than the stage disappearing over the hill, because it's down in a crag. So that window just whipped straight through there. And way safer as well. So there'll be any information that Kevin feeds to me, I will reset up an event page for all of that when he tells me what's going on with the rescheduling of it. So my mother always said it's an ill wind that blows nobody any good, and it just so happens that I'll be able to take Montrose Festival up on their press pass for all 3 days over the weekend. From tomorrow, we're going to head to Montrose. Better chance of everything happening there, because most of it is indoors and pubs all around the beautiful town of Montrose. One or two great venues in that town as well. I've been in and out of it just recently, quite a bit actually. So there's a press pass waiting for me tomorrow. I say for me, for us tomorrow, and I'll be broadcasting out of Montrose Festival for the entire weekend. It's what the Moose does, basically. So I haven't got a caption for that because it comes a bit of a surprise. I do have a caption for this though, and it's rolling across the bottom of your page right now. It is the GoFundMe page, and it's been ticking over all day again as well, so thank you so much for all of that. Now let's do a bit of promo for our good friend in the Badlands of Alberta. It is Alberta Day after all. I think there are still some of the early bird tickets available for the Badlands Boogie this year. It's where the Moose ran out of juice. Let's put it that way. Well, the gearbox gave out at the Badlands Boogie and the Graham Ranch down there in Drumhellia. So he lent me a vehicle and just threw me the keys to one of the caravans down there. It's in the most beautiful spot, the festival. It's at the weekend before the Calgary Stampede, so if you're heading to that, you can head out and catch some of this. Check all that. That down there in the canyon right there is the Graham Ranch. Most of up here as well, but particularly down there is where his backlot film studio is, and with those scenes in the background, many a western has been filmed down there. Spectacular place. Ruth is helping out with the publicity on that, and she will be performing at it again this year. And I think he's actually said that I'm his foreign ambassador to the Badlands Boogie, which is a privilege, a real privilege. He's also an expat Scot. His family moved to Alberta just before the coal was discovered there. He had a croft. His granddad had a croft in the Black Isle in the Highlands of Scotland. I could see the Black Isle from the Moose when I'm in Nairn, in my hometown. They moved. They got to Calgary with 4 milk cows. Moved to Drumhelia, and that grew to a kind of staggering amount of acres of land. Like something like 60,000 acres of this prairie land with wild horses on it, and all manner of relics left over by the Native Americans. A spectacular place it is, and his festival features artists from all over Canada. I had a great time there last year. I'm going to stop waffling now, and thanks for being with us, guys. Thanks for seeing me through the waffle. And there it's there. I'm going to play Ruth Purves Smith at John Graham's festival last year down at Badlands Boogie, Drumhelia.
It just came out,
Alberta.
thank you, baby, 2 weeks ago. It's on all.
It just came out, thank you, baby, 2 weeks ago. Except for Spotify, which of course supports the industrial military complex. So apparently we don't get along. They won't put it up for me. Mother bunch of flipping birds. Anyway, I
thousands and thousands of dollars.
I am thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. I'm doing this record because you know what, the flying flipper is the 21st century anyway. So I want to sell you a record. It's got a bunch of art. I inspired a whole bunch of different artists to write or to draw a picture from the title track, or paint a picture, or make a mosaic, or do something. And so I included all their artwork in the album, and I've got a booklet in there with the lyrics and the stories and the artwork all available on CD, of course, because it's 1985 in my mind still, when I was all 18. There's a number of songs on there that you probably haven't heard yet, so I'm going to sing one in for you right now.
This is a song about my dad. When he passed away,
This is a song about my dad. When he passed away, I couldn't say it anymore. I wasn't ever going to play it again, and then the boys at the studio did such a beautiful job of it for me, because we ended up putting it on the scratch tracks so that I could sing it again. This goes out to all the dads. When I was just a little girl, my father said to me, let's take a walk down in the clover, out across the creek. The only bridge across that street
He'll say, I will cross over, I will cross over, I will cross over to you. I will cross over and we'll dance in the clover. I will cross over to you. And when there's nowhere left to dance, we'll have to fly. If you'll just take my hand, I know it will be fine. Yeah, it's gonna be alright. Yeah, it's gonna be alright. Yay to ads.
So I think I might have left I didn't mute the channel, is the way that you would say it on radio. But there isn't I'm doing this on a phone, right? There's no red light to say that the microphone is still live. So apologies, that's my excuse anyway. But apologies if the sound quality on that was overlaid with a bit of extra delay. That does happen if I don't mute it. Okay, so I'm going to go and see if I can find Carolyn's session that she did for us when we were at the folk music conference in Ireland a couple of years ago now. But it'd be nice to. That's a cracking song as well. So, which button will release that? Oh, I know. I have to. I'm in the wrong place. I have to do that, and then this, and then we go there. You'll see that media, and then I get to find Carolyn. There she is.
Well, I'm going to do one. It's actually a 5-song
there
EP.
She is.
I was inspired to write a song about Ukraine, and so I put together 5 songs with a lyric theme of hope. And
I think your songs have got that lyric theme before anyway. But this is
where I come from.
So we're recruiting daily, you know that. So
Yes.
can't lose.
So the first song that I'm going to do is on the 5-song EP, and the EP is called Songs of Hope, and this song is called A Song of Hope. And it's about how we have this connection to a power for good. There is a power for good in our world, and we can connect to it through music. And music can comfort us and encourage us and strengthen us. So, and I'm sure everything has sense from
The message is coming over loud and clear at this conference in Ireland. And through the Irish people as well. Can I just ask you to do something for the viewers, and thanks everybody for joining us. Could you tilt the camera down a little bit so we can also see your guitars as well? You've got a bit of headroom. That's fine. We're not chatting. That will be comments, and we'll get to those comments at least after the show if we don't get them all in the show. So,
So, a song of hope.
and the sweet sound of music fills the night air. A song my heart needs to hear. It's a song of hope, a song of peace, promising a new day with the dawn. And in the secret corner of my soul's place, I wait till the darkness is gone. I wait till the darkness is gone. There's a star in the sky, first to show its light, promising to take away my fear. The music of the universe is playing for me, a song my heart needs to hear. It's a song of hope, song of peace, promising a new day with the dawn. In the secret corner of my soul's place, I wait till the darkness is gone. I wait till the darkness is gone. I hear a promise for tomorrow, singing in my soul. I see the darkness fading, and the promise makes me whole. It's a song of hope, a song of peace, promising a new day with the dawn. In the secret corner of my soul's place, I wait till the darkness is gone. I wait till the darkness is gone.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. That was lovely. This is Carolyn Harley. She is in Calgary, would you believe, all the way over. I was in Calgary this time last year, Carolyn. I got a Facebook notification that I had to be on the memory that I was getting on the plane to get across to see you guys. So I know kind of how it feels at the moment. It's damn cold, I would imagine. Everything nice up?
We have a lot of snow right now.
So, yes, we're dedicating this entire show to the memory of Joe Harley, Carolyn's beloved partner in life and in music. Carolyn, hopefully your music will carry you through this dark time as well, and hope to see you soon. It'd be lovely to get you over here. Maybe that could happen. Carolyn Harley, her music travelled well over here around the radio stations. There was one story that I particularly loved, and I never managed quite to track it down, but the next time in Wales I'm going to have a go at this. Her song was picked up by Frank Hennessy on BBC Radio Wales on Celtic Heartbeat, and he played it quite a few times, and it's a song about singing in the choir, which is big news in Wales, of course, the Welsh Male Choirs particularly. And one of the members of a particular choir, and I can't remember exactly where it is, but I've got it written down, they wrote in and said that they were singing Carolyn's song in their choir. So I, at some point, will get to, I promise you, promise myself as well, definitely, if across the bottom of your screen we do get to the point where the moose is fit for purpose, the purpose being getting to Wales to track down that story for Caroline Harley, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous soul and wonderful singer-songwriter from your own very own state in Canada there. Okay, so where are we off to now on our Alberta day? Let's see. Okay, we'll call it a wrap. We'll bring it up. I played a bit of Tremoloco from who are coming to Europe, and they're going to be playing our festival for the first time with their Calgary lineup. So at some point I'm going to have a Belladrum day here on Medicine Show, and I'll play that as well. But let's play out with Piano in the Field. That is Ruth Purves Smith's award-winning, and I have got the very thing to put up here with all the awards on it. There you are, look at that. That's what this, it's more than a video. It's, I mean, I played in with the Captain Kirk video, and that's fabulous as well. I think it's probably the same director that did both videos, but this one has been submitted to film festivals all over America and Canada, and those are all the awards that it has picked up. I'm very pleased to say iMtv was the first European network to play this video back in September, before I even got out there to help her with the launch of the album. So let's play out with that, and I'll thank you again for viewing. Please do, you've got time. There's I can actually see who's viewing and where from. Somebody is on the House Concert European Hub. Somebody is on my web page, and the mass majority of folks, again, are on the YouTube channel. I'll just put up that YouTube channel because it's paying dividends. Because if you click on the YouTube channel and subscribe, go to the live button, you get a chance to get notified whenever we go live, and we'll be going live. There'll be a lot of guerrilla stuff. I'm not going to do a whole day of promoting the crowdfund tomorrow. However, we will be jumping in and out of all sorts of shenanigans at the Montrose Music Festival down from where I usually am, up in the Highlands, up from here in Perthshire. Beautiful spot, Montrose, known for its music as well, particularly for this festival, which fills up every venue. Don't think I've got a graphic for it. Might have. Nah. I thought I did, but I didn't. But I don't. Fills up every venue in the town for Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and spills out onto the high street with an outdoor stage. I think that's on the Saturday. There'll be more information coming about 7 o'clock. I'm going to post an event here to announce that is all happening in just a minute once we finish this. Once we conclude with Ruth Purves Smith and her beautiful daughter taking a lead role in this, a true story. What had happened was her people out there on the plains of Alberta at Swalwell woke up one day, and out in the middle of the prairie, somebody's entire belongings had just been spilled out into the prairie, and still a mystery, including a piano. So it's still a mystery who it was. It would seem that it was somebody who had been turfed out of their house and had no other thing to do but to loosen the load, and nobody knows to this day who that was and what had happened. And knowing and personal experience just how, I mean, it's not great losing not being able to pay the rent in this country, but there's still a kind of safety net here. People do live on the streets, but it is possible to get some help here. It's not as easy, I know from personal experience, in Alberta, and this poignant video expresses that perfectly. So well done, Ruth. Your album expresses the hopes and needs of the underclass of everywhere, actually, but not just Alberta, not just Canada. It's really a beautiful piece of work. So if you can get hold of that, and as Ruth was saying, she's dug. You know what she did? Now here we are. This was during COVID. She wanted to do this album. All the artists were lined up to help her with it. She'd got all the songs. So to pay for the artists, and that was her first priority, make sure all the musicians got paid, her friends, her family, and her fans started collecting, and if anybody is watching from Alberta, they know this is possible, started collecting plastic drinks bottles, because they're in that kind of advanced way of thinking that in that state you can trade in for a deposit any plastic. So they were scouring on their daily walks during COVID. They were scouring for these bottles, and Ruth was taking in bags full of them, exchanging for wages for musicians. And then when they could all get in a room together, she had enough money to pay them to make this beautiful album. You'll hear how beautiful the production and everything is as well. She went over the top on this, actually. Went seriously into debt. I think the remortgaged house has been remortgaged again. So hopefully all this attention is going to bring it to the point where it might wash its own feet. But it certainly is doing her a lot of good out there in the way of awards and publicity and airplay. This is Ruth Purves Smith, piano in the field.
been? You mean it's none of my business? It's all my business. I'm so done with you. I can't take this anymore.
Sirens, lights flashing across the window of a cheap motel room she rented with her last dime. She loved him, God, she loved him with a passion, but she could never save him or stop her heart from breaking. Time and time again, she spent her day driving down a dead-end road with crate after crate of everything she ever owned. Towels and toys and kitchen chairs, books and bags of Tupperware, a grand piano, and she left that piano in the field, and who knows if she'll ever play again. Four months later, or maybe a little longer, where the hell has she been sleeping? Nowhere good. Every day just serves to remind her that her baby's gone and her true love's lost, and she can't think her way out of this one. Her dreams decayed and her plans all faded. Time and time again, she spends her days walking down that dead-end road to get to the place where everything she ever owned is. Towels and toys and kitchen chairs, books and bags of Tupperware, a grand piano. She left that piano in the field, and who knows if she'll ever play again. Hold on, fist curled over fingers, gotta just keep breathing. She left that piano